a special award to be presented. I'm fortunate enough to be the one that's presenting it. The award, just before I start in on the award portion, for those who don't know me, my name is Steve Hocker, and I'm a board member here at Oak Shores. I consider it a privilege to be on the board. So that's, if you're wondering why I'm standing up here, that's one of the reasons. Although I feel very fortunate to be able to present this award. So I'm honored and privileged to be presenting the Outstanding Citizenship Award to one of our very own members here in Oak Shores. Just over 2 years ago, the community learned of a proposed building permit to construct a processing, packaging, and growth factory for cannabis, which would be located on hundreds of acres, less than a quarter mile down from our gate in Lynch Canyon Road. So I'm sure a lot of you remember that and are intimately involved in that protest and that fight. But others that are new to the community probably are not familiar with that. The person that we're honoring tonight is Mr. Steve Harris. Upon learning of the permit request, Steve immediately went to work reaching out to the community members here in Oak Shores and other neighbors who would be most affected, including communities that have had similar fights, and every planning commissioner and San Luis Obispo County supervisor was given a letter by the coalition that Steve put together, along with many other things that Steve was involved in. Hundreds of letters went to the planning commission and the supervisors of San Luis Obispo. Steve's coalition of hundreds to fight this proposed facility by focusing on the dangers of water contamination of local wells, as well as increased fire danger, displacement of most wildlife species that we all enjoy every day when we drive by down Lynch Canyon, and the other considerations and effect of this proposed factory would include heavy traffic by 70 plus employees that this facility was to involve, and other cannabis growers from around the area that were going to participate in this factory by having their product packaged and processed as well. So the traffic down Lynch Canyon and all the way to Paso would have been greatly increased. This facility would have been in operation 24/7 and include tall barbed wire fencing, stadium-type lighting, bulletproof glass, and acres of grow fields. Bottom line, because of Steve's hard work in developing a very diversified coalition opposing this proposed project, it was denied 5-0 by the Planning Commission. And upon appeal to the San Luis Obispo Board of Supervisors by Greenbelt Inc., the supervisors also voted 5-0 to deny the project moving forward. So with that said, we have a few guest speakers who want to share their personal appreciation and experiences that they encountered as a result of Steve's leadership. Kathy, would you like to come forward?
Well, it was about 2 years ago. Oh, okay. Well, I heard about 2 years ago, like Steve said, the talking to a friend, and I was telling him. I'm sorry.
The microphone to your voice, to your lips, please.
Right there?
Yes, right there. Right straight there. Thank you.
Yep, there are. Well, what I was, yeah.
We're all friends.
Yes. But I had already lived through 4 years of living through people who have no respect for anybody. And I was talking to a friend and telling him that I was going to be surrounded by 1 3/4 miles of pot grows. And after living through 4 years of this, I couldn't imagine, because where my home is the most beautiful place in the world, as you all know. And when I was telling my friend, I said, I was hopeless. I really was. And I said, I was feeling disparaged and thinking maybe I was actually going to have to sell my place, because my beautiful home that was the most perfect piece of heaven for me was being changed to something where I couldn't even sleep at night, because they would go through all night long. And they would follow me around my property. I'd call the sheriff over and over, and they had no respect. And here we were going to have another commercial grow coming in, who was even bigger and probably had more powerful, about the county. And the county thought these growers were great. These big commercial grows were wonderful. And they were not the small mom and pop grows that we had as neighbors and appreciated. They were different. And they had money from out of the area. And it wasn't till I thought, well, I have one last ditch hope. I'm going to let Stephanie know about the meeting. And that's, I had a small chance that you guys would do anything. Very small. Because come to other meetings, and no one would even bat an eye when I told them what I was living through. I didn't care. And I understood that, so I thought, well, this is my fight, this is it, I'm on my own, and I'm gonna be it. And then after Stephanie put that hearing out, that notice, the right man saw it. All of you, the way you all stood behind him and how much he taught was unbelievable. I wish Cheryl was there too, because she really helped us network. And I'm sorry something happened, but I can't thank you enough, Steve. You are my hero. You really are.
So my name is Pam Collins, and that was very heart-wrenching. Obviously for her, she went through so much. And my husband and I bought some property that we actually drive down the same road to go through her property to get to our property, which the bad guys had to do as well. And so I learned a lot from Kathy, but I had no idea this was all going on when we purchased the property less than a year ago. There's a guy here, Steve, let's see, Gutierrez, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure it's Irish. He's Irish, so we're all Irish today. Yeah, I've been coming here to Oak Shores since the mid-70s, and I just made a reconnection with somebody. I've known for almost 50 years, believe it or not, tonight. So this has been a paradise for me, and we all know how much this is a paradise, and Lynch Canyon is such a beautiful place, and I'm learning about all the history of the Lynches and the Smiths and all that, but I just want Steve to know how much it means to us, the fight he made for us, because I don't know we could have done it without a leader like him and his knowledge and his research and the time he spent. But I also want to recognize Stacy, because his wife Stacy was there through it all and was a big part of it. And I just want the two of you to know how special you are to our community and how much we appreciate what you've done. And I don't even know what to say. I mean, our water, we're on well water, our water would have been polluted and all the different things that would have happened to all of us. So thank you, Steve and Stacy. And we love you.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Kathy. It was very moving. I also, I'm glad that Pam mentioned Stacy, because I was going to mention her as well, because I know she was deeply involved. Many of you are involved in this, but since the evening's rather short and we can't name everybody, I do want to mention Kathy Wolf, because Kathy Wolf was very intimately involved. I greatly appreciate it and love everything you do as well. So with that, Steve, would you please come up and accept the honor that we have?
Standing ovation, everybody.
So like I said, we have a presentation for this gentleman, and it reads as follows. Steve Gutierrez, Outstanding Citizen Award 2023. In special recognition of your outstanding commitment to the people of the Oak Shores community and your tireless effort to protect the quality of life that we all cherish. Your dedication, leadership, and achievement will never be forgotten.
All right, sit down.
Are you gonna handcuff us or what?
So much went on during this, and as you guys were talking, I started thinking about all the frustration and the disappointment and the happiness and everything going through. But I didn't do this by myself. If it wasn't for Kathy Kroger bringing it to our attention, we wouldn't have known. We would have been stuck. It was almost 2 years ago now. I mean, actually, March 25th, 2021 was the hearing, and we didn't find out till 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
So we put it together really fast and fought it and went from there. A lot of people, a group of us were together in the beginning, and then there was another group that came forward towards the end, writing memos, getting hold of other people, write my memorandum and have Stacy read it. What do you think? Well, that's too harsh, honey. You can't do that. Mean. But it's the truth. Yes, I know, honey, but you just can't write that. And when we got the information, and I called Tom Zenner of Wallace Group, and I said, Tom, this is a bad thing. It's not going to work. Well, why not, Steve? I'm just telling you it's a bad thing. And no one knows, but when we were at dinner down south, I got a call from Tom Zenner, and he was going to put Scott Gillen, who was Green Miller. They wanted to do a three-way and asked me, well, is there anything that we can do to change your mind? what can we do for you to change your mind and help us go through? They actually put me in that situation. And I told them, you know what, Tom, you're just gonna read about it, we're gonna fight this. And it went from there. When Kathy mentioned it, and I apologized to Stacy, mentioned that she was a part of this, and she was, and I apologized to her that day. I'm sorry, I gotta get back into this work mode that I retired from.